turn on your notification bell. You will still get those information you are looking for. Thank you.
Don't rush to embrace Nigerian election results. U.S. Senator wants United States government. Now, a United States Senator, Jim Risch, is a ranking member of the Senate Foreign Relations Committee, has urged the United States government not to embrace the controversial results of the recently held presidential election across Nigeria. Senator Risch released the following statement on Nigeria's recent elections. In a statement he published on the United States Foreign Relations Committee website. In his words, I quote, "The ongoing electoral process in Nigeria is widely viewed as deeply flawed by election observers and many Nigerians. It is disappointing to see the administration rush to embrace the result, while the full picture of what occurred during this electoral process is yet to be seen. I have expressed similar concerns related to other areas of our relationship with the Nigerian government. I worry this rush to judgment will undermine our ability to be an effective partner to all Nigerians, especially given their long-standing desire for democracy. With Nigeria heading into state-level elections in just a few days, it is important that the United States be more concerned with supporting the Nigerian people and their democratic aspirations than embracing the Nigerian government." End of quote. Now, most important thing here is that the senator is saying that the American people or the government of America should embrace the people. They should embrace the people, not the government. That is what we have been saying. If you talk much of the government, that means you are looking for something else, maybe what will benefit you as a country. But the senator is talking about the democracy and the desire of Nigerians for that democracy, and that they have, the youths have actually expressed in the last 6 months by their massive registration, massive participation in collection of their permanent voters card. Amidst encumbrances, bottlenecks, sometimes well planned and orchestrated to deter people from doing that, from exercising their franchise, from collecting their permanent voters card. All right. So, up until the moment of voting, the youths in their large numbers, particularly the youths we are talking about, came out to exercise their franchise, and alas, it became so controversial. Yes, not that the outcome was not accepted by the people, but mid in the election, as the election was still being conducted, infractions was being noticed. The umpire abandoned the rules, what is in the Electoral Act. They negated it. No explanation. Citizens were shouting, crying, raising concerns. Alarm was raised. They didn't do anything. Even when the major opposition parties, like the PDP and the APC, staged a walkout from the collection center in Abuja, when only about just, let's say, 5 states have been announced, only 5 states out of 36 states, they have known that the system, the process has been corrupted and compromised entirely. And so the United States is aware of all this. They saw it. And so for them to embrace the results, that means they're interested in the government more than the people. And that's what the senator is saying. That the Nigerian people have shown desire for democracy. And that's the people have shown, like we said, in the last 6 months. And so foreign countries like the United States should be seen as countries, particularly as they are in advanced democracy. The United States is advanced democracy. They should be seen as people who are actually, trying to make sure that this democracy that has taken root in their own countries also, be seen as being taking roots in other countries of the world, like African countries. So being in rush to congratulate the winner of the most controversial election in the history of the country of Nigeria shows that the U.S. government is steadily towards embracing the government than the people, and that is the bone of contention here. So the election, the country is going into another election by March 11 for gubernatorial and state assemblies elections, and so the umpire have said, look, we have admitted our error. So you know that you committed error. You know you committed error. You negated the laid down rules, the laws, the guidelines that you have been reading out to the people for the past 1 year. Okay? And so that is what the senator is saying. And we are saying the government of US should tread with caution. And regarding this issue of Bola Ahmed Tinubu being declared the winner of the charade they conducted and the contraption. Yes. So having seen all these things, the US have seen everything that happened in this charade they conducted. Have you seen how people voted? Have you seen the sentiments? Have you seen the feelings of the people? They should know that Nigeria is not united. They should know that Nigeria is divided along ethnic lines. They should know that Nigeria is divided along even religious lines. Yes. And so, there's no guessing the fact that to unite Nigeria will be a Herculean task. Yes. For Nigeria to come together, to forge a formidable front as a nation will be a Herculean task, almost a mission impossible. So what then behoves on the United States of America, with all these things that has happened, is to hearken the call for a referendum for Nigerians. No one is talking about disintegration of the country, no, but referendum. This referendum is far better than this charade they conducted, or it will even be better than the charade, because it will be the deciding factor whether Nigerians who have been suspecting themselves, they have been living in mutual suspicion, will now decide whether they will stay or they will opt out. So needless of being together, stagnated, no movement, because no one will allow the other person to lead and the other person to follow. So needless of this back and forth, stagnated, no motion, no movement. This is not acceptable this time. So the US and other countries of the world, like the Great Britain, like the Canada, other European countries, yes, United Nations, they should do the needful in the case of Nigeria.